Hi friends, welcome to or welcome back to the channel Jane Reads. My name is Jeanette and I am just kicking off another week of my reading, rambling, and real life video. Today is Monday, August the 10th, and it's much later in the day than I normally start it. It is just after 8 o'clock. Andrew has already gone to bed for the evening, and I thought, oh, I need to tell you what I'm starting this week reading, what I'm currently reading at the beginning of this week. So my audiobook is Break of Day by Colleen Coble. I'm about 33%, I think is what it says. I'm on chapter 14. It picks up with Annie and John, who we've been following from book 1, and Sarah. And so I like that it's following kind of a same storyline, same characters throughout all 3 books, but it does seem like this has its own story possibly, but something's already been carried over from book 2, and I feel a little bit lost, honestly. And I read book 2. Now, it was a while ago. I mean, it was this year though. Like, it wasn't that long ago. It's within the last 7 months. I don't remember exactly when I read it. And there was a guy in coma, and now somebody has got him out of the hospital, and it seems like there's some sinister stuff that's continuing and what is going to happen. So I will keep listening to see what's going on. I really like Annie and John's relationship and kind of watching the progression of that, and his relationship with his father is really kind of cool too. So yeah, so that's my audiobook. And then physically, I am reading Second Chance Summer by Irene Hannon on my Kindle. I am 39% of the way through this. Oh, I'm much further than I thought. I'm 53% of the way through this, starting chapter 9. So I'm over halfway now. And we have 2 30-year-olds who are on the Jekyll Island in Georgia for the summer. One is there to help her aunt, and the other is there to help his grandmother. And now they're working on a project together to help fix up a house that the aunt and the grandmother's church wants to open up for people to come vacation at, as like kind of a ministry project. It sounds really cool. So yeah, so they are just kind of getting to know each other. The aunt and the grandmother are trying to play matchmaker, but they personally have some history, and so we'll see what happens with the relationship. So that is what I'm reading on my Kindle. So those are the books. Tonight, I am going to redo my nails because it has been 10 days. Thursday would be 2 weeks. Today is Monday. So yeah, about 10 days, and they're starting to really chip. So I want to get them done. So I'm going to do that. I'm also working on my Wednesday video that's going live Wednesday, so like last week's vlog. And just getting the timestamps done and stuff. And while I'm doing that, I'm also watching on TV, on YouTube, a horse jumping event. So I'm doing that. I'm multitasking tonight. And at some point tonight, I'm going to talk to my mom on the phone. So yeah, let's find a nail polish color. Okay, so this OPI here, which is somewhere over the, I can't read that, something mountain, Rainbow Mountain. That is the color that I am currently wearing. And so I need a different color. So here's all my nail polishes. These are ones that I have worn since I sorted my nail polishes. So these are the ones I need to pick from, because if I'm not going to reach for any of these, then they can go. So that's the way I'm doing it. So this one can go in this section. And here we're gonna go, so it was like a pink, so we want to avoid pink, which is really majority of my colors. I don't want a dark red because I think more of winter for darker colors, so I think we're gonna go with this one. So this is an LA Colors gel something. I don't know if you can read that because I can't read that. But this is the one we're gonna go for. 87%. I am so close. I'm going to sit out here and read and finish this book. Well, I finished it. My Kindle was a little misleading. I only had 17 pages. The book finished at 94%. There's a sample for another book by Irene, Hannon, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not reading the sample because I'm not moving on to another book by her at this point in time. I actually don't know what book I will be moving on to yet. So Second Chance Summer. It's about two 30-year-olds who meet on Jekyll Island in Georgia. They're there for the summer. One is there to help their aunt. One is there to help their grandmother. The aunt and the grandmother are friends and trying to set up the two people. Then they start working on restoring a house together as that the aunt and grandmother are helping with. And one has been married before and lost her husband, and the other one is an ex-Navy SEAL and was injured and lost a leg. And so they're both dealing with baggage from their past, and neither one of them are looking for love. And yeah, so they kind of keep running into each other, and feelings are there, and one was a Christian and kind of went away through some of the trials, and we follow them kind of rediscover their faith and their trust. Neighbor's dog. Yeah, and the other one is a Christian. So it was just a really sweet story. I think I'd give it about 4 stars. It was fun. There is a moment of what is going to happen. Do they move forward or not? A dog can hear me but can't see me. That's the problem. So yeah, 4 stars. And it's another Irene Hannon book off my list. Obviously, I have come inside now, got away from the barking dog. I don't know if you could even hear it on the video, but so then we had supper, and my audiobook is Break of Day by Colleen Coble. I have made it to 56%. There's my 26 card. So it's chapter 24, and I have a suspicion of somebody that we should not be trusting, but they are trusting them, and I'm like, I don't think they should be trusted. I think they had to do with that girl at the very first scene. I think they had something to do with what happened to that person. So we will see. Am I right or am I stretching? I don't know. And then we have Annie and John and kind of figuring out their relationship going forward. It's almost feeling like was it called the Pelican Harbor series? Is that what the name of it was? Where it was 1, 2, 3, that wasn't like the title. What was it called? One Little Lie. It is Pelican Harbor. One Little Lie, 2 Reasons to Run, and 3 Missing Days. The relationship between Annie and John in this one is feeling very similar to the couple's relationship in that one. And I'm just like, it almost feels deja vu. Other than they have different jobs, their situation is a little bit different. A little bit. But it just feels similar to me. I don't know. I can't help but compare them with the 2 relationships. So we will see. But I have, as I said, I'm at 56%. So I have 44% to go. Did I do the math right? But now I'm kind of in a little quandary. Tonight I am hosting reading sprints, and with it being the Keep Me in Suspense readathon, I probably should be reading a suspense book during the sprints, right? Maybe? But currently, like, I have this one, which I do have on audio, and I could read physically, so I could just focus on this one book. The only other suspense book that I currently have is Everywhere to Hide by Sari Mitchell, because I haven't seen my friend to get the other book that I'm going to borrow, so I can't read that one. But then I'm like, do I start Everywhere to Hide? Well, I'm currently listening to a suspense book. I don't really want to do that. I like to have two different genres if I'm reading two different books. But then I'm like, well, I guess I do have the audiobook of What I Left for You by Liz Tolsma. I do have that one on audio. So it's not like I have no audiobooks once I finish this one. But my audiobook selection is limited to begin with. So I don't want to fly through audiobooks too quickly. I don't know what to do. What am I going to do? I don't know. We'll see. I should write some reviews tonight. But, I mean, I should have a book during sprints at least. At least read one of the sprints. So, I don't know. But I have... It is 5:50 right now. So I have basically 2 hours to make a decision. So, I will make a decision before 2 hours is up. Well, it is now 11:15, and it is the end of sprints, and I did decide to just physically read Breakup Day by Colleen Coble. And I have made it to chapter 37, which is page 273. So I'm like so close to the end. There's only 320 pages in this book, right? Is it even that? No. 314 pages. So 73 to 300 is 27 pages plus 14 pages. So 41 pages left. Did I do that math right? I'm not too concerned. Whatever. I have just over 40 pages left. I'm going to stay up and finish this for sure. And then I will kind of think about it and kind of give you a little bit of my thoughts once I finish. But this is also a 5-star prediction book. So I'm not going to tell you my full rating once I'm finished because of it being a 5-star prediction. And I'm also realizing this is the last 5-star wow, I can't even speak. This is the last 5-star prediction book I have on that list. So then it will be time to create a new list. Ooh, I got to start thinking about that and looking at my TBR and what books could possibly be 5 stars. We will see. So that is what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to head to bed. Check in again tomorrow. Okay, the reflection on my glasses is bad. How do I fix that? It's just, I think it's where I'm sitting. So it is Thursday evening now, and I did not check in at all yesterday because I had a horrible headache. Went to work, I came home, I napped after supper. Did I nap before supper? I feel like I napped before supper. Then I napped after supper, and then I just still felt horrible. I tried to participate in some of Lucy's sprints. I tried to read. I couldn't. So then I just went to bed early, and I slept majority of the night. Like, I was worried I was going to wake up really early because of going to bed early and napping during the day, but I did not. And then I went to work this morning, and I was still battling the headache, and it was getting really bad at 11:30, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to make it. I'm going to have to go home. But I took some more Advil. I had some more to eat. I mean, I'd had breakfast and everything this morning. Like, it's not like I hadn't eaten. And then I survived the day. I came home, and I was able to get a video filmed while Andrew was off at his chiropractor appointment, because that was my plan for last night, was to film the video for Saturday, and I didn't get it done. So thankfully I was feeling okay to be able to get that done, because then I had to go back to work tonight for a meeting. So I just got home, and it's now 9:45. and I'm going to try to edit the video, or part of it anyways. I did turn on M Sprints to kind of check in, but they're currently sprinting, so I'll chat when they come back at the top of the hour. And yeah, just to check in and say, hey, I'm here. Plus, because I didn't sprint last night, barely, I feel like I really missed out. Reading wise, I did finish Break of Day by Colleen Coble on Tuesday night because I only had 40 pages left. So I did finish it before going to bed. But I don't feel like I've really had time to process my thoughts on this. So I'm not going to do my final thoughts right now. And I'm not going to scratch the card. I'm going to wait. So I did start yesterday on audio, What I Left for You. Yes, I thought it had a different title. What I Left for You by Liz Tolsma. This is book 3 of the Echoes of the Past series, dual timeline, 1943 Poland and 2023 Pittsburgh. It's in Pennsylvania for sure. Yes, Pittsburgh. And so in the Poland timeline, in the World War II timeline, we are following Helena, who has just taken charge of her really good friend's baby and got married so that the baby had like a mom and dad and could follow that. So it's kind of a marriage of convenience, but like they were friends already. So kind of I'm assuming feelings are going to develop. I'm pretty sure the guy has feelings for her and that's why he offered to begin with. Then in the present day timeline, we are following McKenna, who is a social worker and just recently broke off her engagement, and she lives with her best friend Taylor, right? I'm pretty sure her name's Taylor. And now a situation has happened at work. A horrific situation has happened at work. Because she's a social worker, she's involved, but not completely. Like, it's one of her clients the situation has happened to. And so because of like kind of everything that's going on, she's taken time off work and she's looking into her DNA testing, and her grandparents are from Poland. And I'm assuming that's how the two stories are going to connect. And it sounds like McKenna and Taylor are going to go off to Poland to do some family research for McKenna's family. So we will see what happens. I have not moved my bookmark to where I am on audio. So let me check. I know I'm 30% in chapter 14. And so, yeah, that says chapter 9. I'm really enjoying the present day timeline. Like, I'm really connecting with McKenna, like, right away. And Taylor and her friendship, like the way the two girls interact with each other. There was a phone call between Taylor and McKenna's ex that was hilarious. And McKenna's like there in the background to Taylor's side of it. And it was hilarious. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But so I'm 30% right now, just getting ready to start chapter 14. We'll see. I do like the World War II timeline. I really like watching the relationship, what's going to happen, trying to protect this baby. We have already jumped a year between when we first met them to later, and I feel like I missed a little bit, but we will see. So right now it's the present day timeline that is keeping me invested, but I'm sure that will change. I do hope to start physically Brighter Than Before by Courtney Walsh. That will be the next one I'm hoping to start. Maybe tonight, if I can get my editing done. We will see. Right. The library barcode is right over the blurb. I do know that we're following this lady whose marriage has broken up. She moves to Chicago for like a new start. That's really all I know at this moment. So we will see. It's a very bright and playful, fun cover. So we will see what happens. But now I am going to start working on editing so that hopefully I can get it edited, exported and stuff all ready to be scheduled to go up Friday night to be live on Saturday. We'll see what happens because, as I said, it's almost 10 o'clock right now. Well, I am filming in my car after work. Does that mean it's Friday? Yes, that does mean it's Friday. It has been a long week. I am so looking forward to tomorrow, and we currently have no plans. But, I mean, it is Andrew's birthday weekend, so we'll see what he wants to do. We have plans for Sunday, but we'll see what happens for tomorrow. But I woke up with a headache again this morning. I thought I got rid of it last night, but I made it to work and then I was like, oh my gosh. But thankfully the Advil kicked in because I had somebody meeting me to get some stuff done. So I was able to get that done, then got my regular Friday stuff done, and now I'm in my car ready to head home. I have listened a bit more to What I Left for You by Liz Tolsma. I'm now at 41%, just starting chapter 19. I have a feeling something sad is going to happen in the World War II timeline, which kind of makes sense. It is World War II after all. There's a lot of sad things happening, but I'm worried about the relationship because we've seen them really care and grow to love each other, and I'm worried that one of them is going to die. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I did start Brighter Than Before by Courtney Walsh last night. I got 2 chapters in, and wow, that first chapter kind of going through some of the motions and kind of reliving what she went through a year ago, like learning about that, finding out about her husband cheating, but then like kind of her spying and getting caught. Hilarious, but also really sad that it is a year later and she's still kind of battling that, which I totally get, but I'm like, oh, I feel for her that it's been a year for her dealing with this. And now it looks like she's ready to move forward, and it looks like the next chapter is a little bit further forward in the time, so we will see. But then I got tired and I went to bed. But I did get my video edited last night, so when I went to bed it was exporting, so I can deal with that tonight when I get home. So I will thankfully have my planned video for Saturday, which I wasn't really sure if it would get done, but I'm very happy about it. So that is my little check-in for now. Go home, see what Andrew's up to. I need to return a book to the library. We need to go grocery shopping. And we might have leftovers for supper, or we might buy supper and use the leftovers tomorrow. We'll see what happens. That's the check-in for now. Okay, so it's Friday evening and we are home from grocery shopping and a stop at Bath & Body Works. So we picked up some tomatoes, some baby carrots, radishes, milk, blueberry muffins, bread, cucumber, margarine, cappuccino yogurt, chocolate milk, raspberry jam, peace tea, some rice crackers, strawberry jello, vanilla, fudge, and chocolate pudding, all Andrew, eggs, spring mix, barbecue sauce, tortilla strips, sweet and sour. So that is the grocery haul. It's just kind of a fill-in to go with the freezer meals. Then I picked up some loose setting powder. I've heard about this one, so I wanted to try it, and mine was running out. So have never used this one, so we'll see. And then Bath & Body Works. The soaps were $3.25, and they're regular 8 something each. I don't know what I do with the receipt. It's probably in the bag. So we got white pumpkin, peach Bellini. Warm vanilla sugar is my favorite. I have to get it every single time. Pumpkin spice, pumpkin apple, pumpkin pecan waffles. Do we like pumpkin? Yes, we do. And then Bookloft. I had to get that one. So that is our stock for probably another 4 or 5 months at least, probably. So that is our haul for tonight. Well, it's Saturday morning and it is beautiful outside. I'm actually sitting right in the sun, so I probably should move to a different spot on the deck, but that's okay. Right now, I'm going to read Brighter Than Before by Courtney Walsh. I did not read very much last night. As has become a Friday night tradition, I watched House Hunters again for back-to-back episodes. So yeah, I'm just starting chapter 6, and once again, what's her name? Claire has found herself in a really hilarious and embarrassing position. That's the second time it's happened so far in the 5 chapters I've read. So we will see how it goes. Well, we're going to do things a little backwards today. I'm going to scratch the card for Break of Day now, and then I will tell you my final thoughts on it. So let's scratch. Number 13. Okay, it goes there. So now we know that the next 2 books will both complete a line. But is it going to be the longer line that's completed first, or will it be the shorter line that's completed first? I don't know. I guess we'll find out when I finally read the last 2 books. Well, it is Saturday afternoon, and I read on the deck for a little bit, came inside, had lunch. We had BLTs for lunch. I love bacon. We did a load of laundry, washed our sheets, and had a relaxing afternoon. So far, I've worked on updating my reading journal, so I finally wrote out my thoughts for Break of Day. So now I'm ready to share them with you. So Break of Day by Colleen Coble is book 3 of the Annie Pedersen series. It picks up immediately after book 2. So I'm not going to tell you a whole lot about it because this is a series you really need to read from the beginning and follow throughout, because we're following the same characters throughout. The same main case is going on throughout. There's a little bit added in to the case, kind of develop, or a minor case that happens to connect to the bigger case in each book. And I immediately am drawn to that first person we meet at the beginning of the book, like in chapter 1, chapter 2, and what is going on with them. But they're not one of our main characters. They're like they become a victim, and that's how Annie gets involved. But I was like, immediately, as soon as we met them, oh, I want to know about them and what's going on. And don't let this happen to them. No! Like, I didn't like that they ended up not surviving. But in this one, we kind of get the conclusion to Annie and John's relationship, Annie and another female's relationship, kind of some of the community members' relationships with them. So I really enjoyed that. And it wraps up the main case. We stop the main group that is doing horrible stuff. Like the things that this group of men is doing for game, they're calling it a sport. No, not at all. Like, wow. And then Annie and another female get stuck in the middle of this. Horrible. And I'm like, how is Annie going to get out of this? How are they? Like, oh my gosh, I really felt for them. And wrapping my brain around how these guys thought this was a game, really? Yeah, and I was very disappointed that I was correct in suspecting a certain person was involved with this. And I was disappointed because of what it meant for their relationship with somebody else, because I really liked that somebody else. And I'm like, oh, but I just did not trust them because it felt like they were keeping secrets or not telling the truth about things. And it turned out I was correct, but I really wanted to be wrong. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm not a second chance romance person. And the relationship between Annie and John really felt very, very similar to the relationship of the main characters in Pelican Harbor, another series by Colleen Coble. So it kind of felt like deja vu, a little bit that way. Not fully, like kind of some of the other stuff. It's not the exact same, but it just felt so similar to me. And I struggled to connect with them fully. And kind of the way Annie responded to one character in particular was like kind of annoyed me a bit. But I really liked the mystery and trying to figure out who was behind what was going on. So I'm not going to tell you my full rating because this is a 5-star prediction for me, but I will tell you this was my favorite of the series, and I liked the way it kind of wrapped everything up and things concluded. Okay, so other reading, I am continuing to listen to What I Left for You by Liz Tolsma. I am at chapter 23, exactly 50%, so halfway through. And something has just happened in the historical timeline that is like, oh, no, what? No. So we will see what happens. In the present day timeline, McKenna and her friend Taylor are now in Poland doing some research to try to find out about McKenna's family. And I'm still really liking these two girls. I'm loving following the best friend relationship between them. So we will see what happens. And then for Brighter Than Before by Courtney Walsh is my physical read. And this is going slowly, but I'm on chapter 7. And as I said earlier, that another embarrassing moment has just happened for Claire. And now she is going out to look for a job. And looking for a job after 20 years of not working, she has nothing to put on her resume. What is going to happen? But she has somebody that is going to help her, possibly. They're going with them on this job hunt. Don't really know how that's going to affect because that is where chapter 6 ended. So we will see. But yeah, I'm going to keep reading this. I'm hoping to finish one of these books before tomorrow, like by the end of tomorrow. I don't know, because I still have quite a bit in this book. Like I'm only on page 60. It's going slow, but I just really haven't focused on it. And there is 335 pages in this. So, I mean, I'd have to read a lot. We will see what happens. And I'm only at 50% on this one. And this one is also moving slow for me. 163, 314. No, 313. So we'll see. But this is also the only one I have an audio right now. So, and I don't listen to a lot of audio on the weekend. So we will see. This will be what I will focus on tonight and tomorrow, but we're also going to be away most of the day tomorrow. So I don't know. I will check back in and let you know how it's going. And I want to apologize to Christina for the distraction of the fish. It was really funny this morning. Andrew was like, oh, I have an idea of what we could do. And he starts talking, we could do this. And I could go to some fish stores. Like, we could go out of town and I could go to some fish stores and stuff, but I don't need to buy any fish. And I'm like, so then why would we go? And then I went and took a shower. I came out of the shower and he's like, I have another idea. Okay. Well, I'm going to go to this. I'm going to go do this, and do this. And I'm going to pick up some fish while I'm at it. I'm like, I thought you didn't want to buy any fish. Well, if we're only going to this store, I could buy fish. Okay. So between me going into the shower and me coming out of the shower, he had decided he wasn't going to buy fish, and then all of a sudden he was going to buy fish. So he bought 4 little red fish. I have no idea where they are. I do know they're in this tank. But I have no idea. They're very tiny. They're not our big angels that I absolutely love. Where are they? I'm going to scare them. These guys, the angelfish. I love them. But yeah. Okay, that is it for now. Guess what we're having for supper? Happy birthday.
Oh, thanks.
It is Sunday, August the 16th, and we're just heading out to meet up with some friends.
But if you round of applause, please. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from the sides. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Well, it is Sunday evening now, and we are home, and Andrew has gone off to bed. So we went to Eastside Mario's for lunch, and then we were going to go mini golfing, but the sky was looking really dark. And we're like, let's not risk that. Last time we went mini golfing, it rained when we were at the last couple of holes, so we didn't get to finish the game. So we decided not to do that, and we went and walked around like an antique warehouse type place and kind of looked at things. Oh, I have that at home. Or we had that as a kid kind of thing. It just kind of killed some time, and then we came home, and that's pretty much it. I did get some reading done, but I did not finish A Better Than Before by Courtney Walsh. I mean, I still have quite a bit. I wasn't really thinking I would get it done. So I've made it to chapter 21, page 200. Wow, I didn't realize it was exact. And I think there's 330. That's part of it, yeah. So 335. So I have 135 pages left. I am not going to finish that tonight because once I finish this clip, I'm going to work on editing this vlog. So not a lot of reading is going to get done this evening. I mean, it is already 9 o'clock, so that will be carried over till next week. What I have left for you will be carried over for next week as well. This is book 3 of the Echoes of the Past series by Liz Tolsma. I have now made it to 60%. So I'm on chapter 26, page 182. And there's just over 300 in this one, I want to say. Yeah, like 310. And I'm still really invested in the present day timeline more than the historical, but something has happened in the historical that I was kind of expecting to happen. I'm like, oh, that sucks. But now, like, it really sucks what's happening in the historical. But I think the present day timeline is going to get some answers we already know one of the characters from the historical is the grandmother or great grandmother in the present day timeline. Is it one I think maybe it's just grandmother. So we will see. Yeah. So I am interested in it, but it will be carried over till next week. When we were with our friends today, she brought me the right book this time, Trail of Mountain Secrets by Darlene L. Turner. Last time when we were together, I'd asked to borrow this book, and she brought me a different one with mountain in the title, but this time I got the correct one. So I hope to start this as soon as I finish these ones. So hopefully next week, maybe. So this was not an overly productive reading week compared to the week before. The first week of August, I read 4 books. This week, I finished 2, and I finished both of them on the same day. So I finished Second Chance Summer by Irene, Hannon. I'm like, what was the book title's name? I had to borrow it through Kindle Unlimited, so I don't have the cover. So I finished that one, wow. I finished that one, which was a contemporary romance. And I finished Break of Day by Colleen Coble, which was a romantic suspense. So at least I finished one suspense book during the Keep Me in Suspense readathon this week. I mean, I was reading another... No, I was not. That's horrible. My other 2 are not suspense that I'm currently reading. So this was the only suspense I had this past week. So overall, it was a stressful week. It was a long week. Like, just having a headache for a number of days sucks. And then, like, stress at work, extra hours at work. Yeah, it was a stressful week. But today was a really good day celebrating Andrew. He really enjoyed his lunch. So Yeah. And he was very happy with his present, which, I mean, he did himself. He got some new headlights for his car, which were put onto his car last weekend. So that was his birthday present. He came home and said, "This is what I want." Okay. Okay, so I just need you to order them and then I'll install them. Okay. And now technically he didn't install them. A friend installed them. But yeah. So that was our week, or my week, I guess, really. I'm saying our week with Andrew, but it's really my week. He didn't read. So now I'm going to go edit, and I'm going to wish you guys a great day. And please share with me what your highlight from this week was. I would love to chat in the comments below. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate your support. Have a great day. Bye.